What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Talking Time in a Six. All right, all right. What's up? Okay, all right. This I just have this on just for the start, just for a sick thumbnail. All right, so only some people are gonna see it. But yeah, we're not wearing that. We're just messing around. Yeah. So everybody, um, I'm gonna be sharing with you guys when everybody gets in here. I'm gonna be sharing uh a course that I made, something I really want to share with you guys. It's music. It's not very long. Okay. It's only like a minute. We're going to stay here live for a bit. Late night. Audio test. Audio test. Make sure everybody smashes the like. All right. Your phones. All right, let's settle in. Let's settle in, y'all. Okay, so when I find out who's all up in here, let's see the comments. First blood. Who's the first blood up in here? Oh, before I forget, I wanted to share my wife, my girl, endlessly got me this bracelet. It's from Tim Hortons, red and white, my favorite colors. It says confidence, and it's for something for kids or some sort of camp. So yeah, I love it. hmm Once everybody gets in here, we're gonna hit some music right here. I want to show you guys this music I've been working on and get your opinion. It's not it's rap, it's hip hop, but it's more of a melody, more of a chorus, but it's got just this is a prize for you guys because I think y'all gonna love this. This is a little different than what I normally do. Let's hit it. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Ain't wanna be locked up no more. Ain't wanna be inside my cell no more. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. I ain't wanna be locked up no more. I don't wanna be locked up no more. Don't wanna be inside no more. I gotta do better for my life. I must be a go-getter once or twice. I need money, golden leather. That's my wife. Iced out twice. You only live life once. Yeah. What do you think of that? All right. Now let's hit that again. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Ain't wanna be locked up no more. Ain't wanna be inside my cell no more. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. I ain't wanna be locked up no more. I don't wanna be locked up no more. Don't wanna be inside no more. I gotta do better for my life. I must be a go-getter once or twice. I need money, golden leather. That's my wife. Iced out twice. You only live life once. Dirty. That's the chorus. That's gonna be the chorus, y'all. What do you think? Give me those opinions, man. Give me those opinions. Damn. I don't know. I love it. If you don't love your own music, no one will love it. Yeah, it's called Iced Out Twice. Album in the works, y'all. Iced Out Twice. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Ain't wanna be locked up no more. Ain't wanna be inside my cell no more. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. I ain't wanna be locked up no more. I don't wanna be locked up no more. Don't wanna be inside no more. I gotta do better for my life. I must be a go-getter once or twice. I need money, golden leather. That's my wife. Iced out twice. You only live life once. Yeah. So that's what it is, yo. So that's what I'm sharing. Just wanted to share y'all something I'm working on. And we're doing a late night. Damn, the graphics aren't great on here because if you don't buy the full StreamYard, it only does 720p. It won't even pick up the E on my ring. Oh, fuck. That's weird. We want to get some 4K going on here, so next time I go live, I swear I'm gonna just do it on YouTube. I've never tried to go live off the cell phone either. Wonder if that would be just kick back on the couch. I don't know. I don't know. To me, that doesn't seem like, I don't know, people want to watch you laying on a couch. I don't know. What do we got? Oh, we hit 1400 today, guys. We hit 14. 1.4K. 14 hundo. Yeah. Oh, nope, not that. Nobody wants to comment and say hello. Okay. You know, I was about to watch a movie with Endlessly, and I was like, okay, I told them I'll go live every Saturday and come on here to hop on to say what up to y'all. Y'all don't want to say what up to me, I can go back to doing what I was doing. You feel me? Let's see. Let's grab a topic here so we're not silent here waiting for people. Bang 'em out, what you work? Bang 'em out. Bang 'em out, what you work? Do you bring debt or do you bring Bert? Blessing or a curse? That's not, okay, no comparing. Stuff. Whoa. Okay, stay on track of your own goals. 7 tips to live by to be your best self. Okay? I got all kinds of good info. But okay, so the way how I used to make hooch in there, right? Very first time I ever made it, I made it in a bottle. And you shouldn't make it in bottles because of the pressure. The pressure, you know, you're supposed to make it in a bag. But long story short, I'm gonna make a full out video to show you how I used to do it. Basically, I would have to save up all my sugars from every meal for like a while, for like a month, me and my celly, Goku. And we would have competitions to see who could get the one bottle that we would have to get more potent. And it'd be like making your own personal Mickey, right? So what we would do is save up all the sugar, and then on certain days once in a while, once a month, you would get like this white bun for a burger, and you have to take the middle of it on the inside, a little bit off of there for the yeast, and then it's pretty gross because it gets mush. But that's what you call the mash. So we would always call it the mash. So you're always gonna have the mash. The mash gets more stronger and stronger every batch you make, and you want to keep the mash going, right? A lot of people use juice crystals and different weird things like morning juice. I don't do none of that because that dilutes it. Like there's preservatives in there, so that's gonna mess it up. The formula that me and Goku were doing, the formula me and Goku, this crip, uh, at the time we were both like 20, um, my celly for like a year. I think it was from Brampton or something. Anyway, this young guy, we would do it. We would have competitions because there's nothing really to do in there, so you get bored. So at nighttime and stuff, when we get locked back in the cell, we would be sitting there and we would be, talking about our brew or whatever, baby in our brew, and we would cook it. It's called cooking it. So you would turn the hot water on and you would let the boiling hot water run on your bottle, right? And then when you have your bottle in the sink, you kind of like you want to keep it warm and keep it hot. So that's what we would do every night. We would cook them, um, and then we would, let them sit. You got to keep burping them, right? Burp them so they don't explode. It's real dangerous because if you don't burp it and that pressure gets real, and if the pop lid's not on as tight as it can be on, that thing might take off the threads, I mean, and just pop right off and explode everywhere. I've actually seen that happen once. All of the cell, brew and mash. So, and then there's these little styrofoam white bowls that you get for soya milk when I was on vegan diet. So the soya milks had lids on them. So basically, what we would do is we would keep all our extra mash in there or in like chip bags, empty out chip bags that we would wash out. Uh, and then so, because you want to get the mash out of it after a certain time when you're going to drink it, you don't drink it with the mash in it, right? So you strain it out afterwards. So we keep adding sugar. That's the thing. We wouldn't pour all the sugar in at once. We would like pour sugar in for like 3 days and just keep adding little packets of sugar into it every day, right? 4 or 5 more packets every day, 4 or 5 more packets every day. And this would go on for like 10 days. And then by the end of the 10 days, then you got a starter, you got your wicked mash, you got your starter, everything. Okay. And that can keep it going. And then within a month, that mash that you're using uh, is going to be so potent. You're going to have such good stuff. And we just used the pure fruit juice, okay? And the stuff that we used, it was from the fruit cups. They're little, smaller little styrofoam cups that come with fruit cups, either pineapples or oranges or like fruit cocktail or a bunch of different. I think that's pretty much covers it. Oranges, mandarins, little things like that. Oh, and pears. Okay, so those types of juices would come with the juice, and like we would try to get extra ones, right? So a couple friends on the range, you do your hustling and wheeling and dealing. Me and Goku would come back to the cell with like two or three, maybe sometimes four of them little cup things each, right? Not everybody even likes them. Okay, it's the juice that we wanted out of them. Okay. So we would strain the juice out of those, and then we would also get oranges, and we would take the oranges and squeeze all the juice out of it, like you're making orange juice, right? And take the mash and pulp and throw it into the mash. And that's basically what we did, and those were the ingredients we used: the yeast, the juice from the fruit cups, which is natural fruit juice, no preservatives, and then and pineapple juice, and then basically it ends up being like a nice wine spritzer, or like a cooler, but it's stronger than that. When you haven't drank for a long, long time, it's really potent. So that's that. Um, I'd like to show it one time how I do it, but it's a messy job, real messy. That I have to be in the new place or something. I'll do it outside or something. I don't know. It stinks bad. It real stinks bad. Prices for the hooch and lockup. Yeah, you can even sell it or trade it because it's a lot of work. It's an experience, right? So a lot of people don't want to go through the hell of it. Now, depending on your potency, that's the thing. You got to get a reputation. Some guys might make a huge batch of it, right? Guys drink 6 cups and they're not even feeling it. And then they come over to you and they drink 1 cup and they're nice little buzz on. And when you find guys like that, that you can get a buzz off 1 cup, those are the type of guys you're gonna want to buy off them for real. You could probably end up selling that Mickey for, I'd say at least $20 in canteen, depending on how bad somebody wants it. You know, yeah, for sure. Maybe even more. You know, it could go for. You could trade it probably for $100 with a cigarette. Probably trade it for $100 with weed. Canteen, they're probably not going to want to part with so much canteen, so maybe $30. I wouldn't see anyone giving a full order for one bottle because they're going to think, oh, it's only one bottle, right? But once it starts going around and people start realizing how potent it is, then that's when you get the reputation of having the best stuff, and that's when you can up the prices. Especially when everybody else makes it and it turns out not too great, the people that want it will pay for it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys the three pretty much worst things, okay, that you do not want to be. Okay, obviously a rat is one of them, right? But I was talking about some things that a lot of people that haven't gone to jail before don't know, right? Okay, so it's called a box thief. You don't want to be a box thief no matter what. See, there's a difference between a box thief and someone who comes up and robs somebody. Like, the man dem will respect you if you rob the person like to their face. Okay, so if you go up to the guy and you are like, "Yo, I want your canteen. I want that bag of canteen," or you guys beat him up and rob him, or you beat him up and rob him, or you poke him up, or you go get a knife and intimidate him in the cell and take the stuff, or however you end up doing it, as long as you do it in front of the dude, and as long as you do it with the dude knowing about it, then that's not considered a box thief, okay? What's considered a box thief is when somebody is sneaky and they fucking wait till nobody's looking and they sneakily go into the person's cell, right? And like steal a chocolate bar out of their canteen or steal a pop or steal fruit or anything. It could be a freaking pencil. It could be a little jail shampoo. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's somebody else's stuff and it's in their cell, okay, that's like breaking into somebody's house for fuck's sakes, coming in someone's house in the middle of the night and trying to rob them. Okay, it is that because that is these people's houses. That is your house at that point. Okay, so and I've said before, I couldn't wait to get back to my cell because it feels like that's your house and it feels like you're getting free to the street when you've been in the hole for like friggin' 6 months. It is like you are getting released because you're so institutionalized and it's like you're getting back to the homies, you back to your cell, back to the range, and it's just a thing that plays trick on your mind when you're alone for that period of time and that much of a locked up alone and all that. It plays tricks on your brain. So, and then it doesn't help where a lot of these places look alike, right? A lot of the cells will look alike. It's like and then once you come inside, you don't see no light unless you go to yard, which yard isn't really anything that anyone wants to go to. You know, I'm not talking about people on the West Coast or in the States. I'm speaking on here in Toronto, here in Ontario. Um, because there's nothing to do in the yard. You know what I mean? It's just like guys will go out there and play football or play, kickball or handball or whatever, right? Or work out. What's the worst? What's the worst in solitary? It doesn't matter what one it is. They're all the worst. If you're in solitary, it doesn't matter where you are, but different jails are worse for different reasons for different people. Like in the Lindsay jail, if you're not white, you're gonna have a rough time in the hole because the guards they're really racist in Lindsay jail. And then here in Maplehurst and like stuff like and same with Penetang. Okay, Lindsay and Penetang are both kind of racist, and then like you got Maplehurst, the West, and the Don. Those are more racist towards white people, so they kind of give the colored people more of a benefit of a doubt because the guards are more colored, if that makes sense. So the jail's more that way. Um, but no matter what, the whole is gonna be the same kind of mental trauma on the person. Like it depends how long you're in there, but it what it is like think about this. There's nothing in there. Like me and Endlessly have watched some movies and she's seen certain cells and I've been like, yeah, okay, that's what it looks like in the hole. And so just picture the the cell that I showed one like I've showed cells and be like, yo, that's my old cell. Just picture a total empty jail cell with nothing in it. Okay? And then the person in there just in their boxers. And then in the morning time when the person wakes up, the CO will come and be like, okay, throw your mattress outside the cell. And so if you're on loss of all privilege, like after you're adjudicated, after you get sentenced, because when you first get to the hole, that you gotta wait for the white shirt to come around and see if you're guilty or not guilty or how long you're gonna do in the hole or whatever. So then do they strip your cell of the mattress for the day? Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying, fam. And keep the lights on all day and night. Yes, fam. Yes, they do. And that's the thing. It messes with your mind because you don't know what time it is, right? Some of them don't even have windows, like for real. Some of these segregation they call it, don't even have windows. Some of them. I remember it being two bunk beds around along the back wall, and that was it, and then just the front grill, and it was it. Um, I heard you can't hoop anything into Maplehurst because of X-ray body scanners, etc. Is that true? No, that's not true. But they do have this thing. Even when I was there, they had the X-rays. They do have X-rays and body scanners, and metal detectors, right? So I don't think you'll be able to like hoop in like buck knives or like big huge metal knives or like big huge pieces of metal. But if it's like weed or something like that in pellets, they probably won't see that. A lot of people do get away with bringing in packages by hooping them. It's because the Bosch chair, it's called, where you go up to it and you put your, it's like this little targets. They have little targets where they want you to put your stuff, right? So say this is the Bosch chair, right? They want you to go like this with your knees, right? To check, I guess, and then you go like that with your knees, and then you go like this for your butt, I guess. And then they want you to come around to the top. They have this thing for your chin, and you put your chin on it, and then go like that with your face, like for your cheeks and your chin. And so that there is for metal, right? So if you have drugs on you, they're not gonna find that from the Bosch chair. And then when you walk through the metal detector, they're not. It's not gonna go off if you had drugs. Um, put your chest to the arm in front, and then okay. So I would say it's hard to get metal in there into the hearse, but they can get weed in there. But if they even smell weed in there, if they're really strict in there, so they're crazy in there. Like they even smell weed, they lock it down. So when the hatch opens, when they come to do meds or come give newspapers or okay, what do we got? So it looks like a car seat sort of thing. They make you sit on. Yeah, put your chest to the arm in front. Yeah. Oh yeah, if they think you have something, they'll dry sell you. Yeah, put you in a room with screen on the toilet and no water. Yeah, bro. Respect hot sauce and Billy. Yeah, the no water thing, that's terrible. It's gross, bro. That's only ever happened to me one time, and I told the story about it before. They can only keep you in there for so long, man, and I friggin' held out. Like I didn't go to the bathroom the whole time I was in there, and because something happened and it was full or I had been in there too long, they had to put me in somewhere into another cell that had water for like a little bit. And then because I was in there, I was being smart, like, yo, I could have flushed it already now. So if I had something, it's gone anyway. And then it ended up moving me after. But there's a long more story to it. But I've told this story in a video one time. It was like all about weed and a lighter. It was crazy. They came on the range and friggin' I had swallowed the weed that I had, and I forgot that I had rolled a joint. And oh my god, bro, when they friggin' put me up against the wall, fucking, it was in my waistband because we were gonna go smoke one after we ate, right? So as they came in, I fucking as they were getting other people, I'm just sitting there and I took it and act like I'm eating and I just drink it, right? Like with a little bit that I had wrapped up in saran wrap. And then the shit that I already had rolled up a joint in my waistband, I totally forgot about because of all the commotion and shit. So then when they friggin' and this is in the West, and then I go over and stand up against the wall for me to get patted down, and then when I spread my legs, fucking the joint falls on the floor, and I'm thinking, oh fuck, I hope he doesn't see that, bro. And I'm trying to like cover it with my foot or kick it with my foot, and fucking he sees it and it's just all bad from there. And oh my god, dog. I think like three of us got taken out that day. They just do surprise fucking random searches all the time. But it was my stupidity. I totally gapped out. I could have just crushed that up and ate it, a little joint, you know? Yeah, when you're in the hole, they fucking no hot meals is right, bro. They'll come if it's say it's supposed to be your favorite meal, chicken dinner, or say it's supposed to be a burger night. They're not gonna give you that hot burger night. They're not gonna give you the chicken dinner night. They're gonna give you yesterday's cold lunch for dinner. That's how they try to make you suffer. That's right, Billy. That's how they make you suffer, bro. They'll give you cold food the whole time you're in there. You know, macaroni salad and that chicken salad sandwich crap. Oh god, bro. And then they do weird things too, like they won't give you your dessert. Just all kinds of weird things. They'll give you the worst stuff, like the um just everything that's left over. You know what I mean? You're getting all the leftovers and crap. It's weird. There's certain places that are like strictly by the book and like straight by the book, like no messing around. These COs that work are just gonna do it right to the T, everything they're supposed to do. You're getting whatever's on that menu type thing. I've had that before in certain jails. It's very rare because 90% of the time when you're in the hole, the COs like to mess with you. But I forget where it was, but there was one place before where it was like I actually got the proper food I was supposed to get, and I was surprised. So you would save your apple or save whatever you wanted to save, and then I learned that you don't want to go out for like fresh air or yard because they'll wake you up early in the morning and ask if you want to go to yard, and if you say yeah, when you do go to yard, they come in your cell and take everything. You're not supposed to have anything in the cell, right? So it's pathetic because it's like if you can't eat all your food right then and there at that moment, you can't save nothing. And then they'll have your canteen right out in front of your damn cell where you can probably see it on the wall straight across from you. And because it's like you're in a little hallway and friggin' they'll have your canteen there or somewhere in a locker or something. I don't know. But and they won't let you touch it. That there is kind of weird. I've had places do that where they don't even let you have your canteen and it's sitting out front your cell and you can't have it. Then I've had places that I've actually ordered canteen and me and my cellie both went to the hole together and uh but we weren't judicated yet. Like we weren't on lope yet. So that's why too, right? Before you're adjudicated, like I said, they don't take your mattress out yet because you could not be guilty, right? In that situation, Bones ended up saying it was him because it was, and he got time served 3 days. And because I had been in the hole so many times before, thank God he did a solid because I probably would have got like 6 months, but I got not guilty. Thank God. That was the first time I got not guilty too on a misconduct. He saw it. I showed a video of him before. He wrote a letter from the pen and shit. I was going through thumbnails and shit and just seen a picture of him the other day. Shout out to Bones. Shout out to my old Sully Goku from the Hearst. Bones was from Penetang. How many people are on a range and how many on the unit in whole? They give used to 6 people tables from 24 inmates. Yeah, they have 18 cells, right? So 18 and 18 is like what, 36? And then sometimes, a lot of times, they'll have like maybe out of 18 cells, they might have 4 or 5 that have 3 people in it when they're on major overflow. So, so I'd say most is probably like 45. So like 36 to 45 people, and that's if everybody has a cellie. Sometimes it might drop down a little less if like it's a range where there's no 3 to a cell and somebody has a cellie that comes in and out, like new people coming in and out and just get bail or whatever. So you might drop down to like 34, you know, 34 to 45 people I'd say on a range. And yeah, they're not 6 people tables though. They're four people tables. In Penetang, they're 4 people tables. Um, in the Dawn, the tables are just so long. They're like bench style, big, huge, long, square tables that go down the middle of the range, and then it's just like a long bench on both sides of the long square tables. It just goes down for the whole range. And then there's a big square open at the back that doesn't have tables. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's like us. We have 2 tiers with 9 cells on each. Okay, so it's very similar. And then you'll have the staircase in the middle that goes up to the second tier. And the shower's like underneath the staircase. Um, the one shower. Usually there's the 2 showers on the pods. In the Don Dizzy, there's only the one shower. Same at the West, East. Supposed to be single cell, but there's 2 to 3 per cell, so it's like 48 or more people on a unit designed for 24. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. It's designed for 36 people, and we have on there like what? So there's 18 cells times 2. So that's 36 people there should be. And sometimes when you have 45 people in there, it gets crazy. Like they'll have guys on sleeping on the floor on the mattress. It's just kind of crazy. And then in the dawn, it's even smaller. The jail cells are even smaller than the pods. It's not doors, it's the bars. And they do three in a cell there, bro. And like, I've seen gang members and STGs, a lot of guys will fight and be like, nah, I ain't taking no third guy in my cell. And then I've seen other dudes like want three in their cell because it's like their gang and like they don't mind the three to a cell. But me personally, I've never liked the three to a cell thing. I've always hated it. I've never ever had to be the one on the floor. You know, I've barely ever even had three to a cell. I've only had three to a cell a few times, not for very long. So that's been lucky. But there is like, say there's 18 cells in the dawn, and like there's gonna be four cells that are gonna have three in it. You know, right away, cell 18 is the new people. They're gonna have a new person in there right away. So the first person to get the new would be three to cell would be 18, and then just whoever doesn't want to fight, you know, whoever would rather just take the person in their cell and just let them sleep on the floor to mattress. Uh, if you're willing to fight, they'll probably just be like, all right, we'll put him in someone else's cell. Who can we put him in? All right, are you gonna put him in your cell? You know what I mean? Like they'll try to intimidate you or whatever, but as long as you just stand up for your shit, you might get beat up. You might not. I'd rather get fight and get beat up and then have someone in my cell for a year on the floor. You feel me? Because it gets real hot and sticky in there, and you need room to walk. Bro, I'm a pacer. I pace back and forth. When I think I got pace, I need room, bro. Unless you're sleeping underneath the bottom bunk, I don't know. And a lot of these pods, freaking the bottom bunk is on the floor. You can't do that, so it's like right in your walkway. It's awkward. So some people will be like stuck sleeping over by the toilet. It's like so weird. And then in the dawn, there's like no room. It's like so small because the bunks are there. The cell's only as long as the bunks, and then you got your grill right there in the front, and then the toilet is right there on the back wall. So the only place to put the freaking third one is the underneath the bottom bunk. That's crazy, bro. Underneath the bottom bunk, because in the dawn the bunks are up off the ground. Wild, bro. They give us these canoe-looking things to sleep on. Oh, for real? Yeah, the staircase is on either end of ours, and the showers are under stairs also. Okay. Where are you located, Billy? Yeah, you have, who's this? You have all canoes when y'all get double and triple bunked. Yeah, they switched the mattresses from like the regular material mattresses to those green ones back in the day when I was doing the time. And they had the built-in pillows because they were doing this thing where they weren't giving many pillows. They would give like 4 or 5 pillows to like 36 dudes on a pod, and only 5 bunks have pillows. It's like that would start fights immediately. And then guys want pillowcases because that's to carry their canteen, right? We've always gone up to the canteen window and use your pillowcase, and they throw it all in there because they won't let you have a plastic bag that it comes in. It's just so many fucked up rules. It's Burnside I'm referring to. Okay. Nova Scotia. Shout out to Nova Scotia. Shout out Nova Scotia. Nice. It's good to hear about other places in Canada. We have a few other small counties, but I don't know what they are like. That's all good, bro. That's cool. It's good to hear that stuff. I mean, I have heard, but never been myself. I feel you. I don't like speaking on stuff that I've heard either, really. I like to just speak on the stuff that I know 100% that I've been through. That way I know I'm not getting it wrong. You know what I mean? And that way nobody can tell me nothing. They can't be like, no, it was this, no, it was that. Well, no, it wasn't. Because when I was there, it was like this. You feel me? It changes, though, every year, every jail, every pod you go to is different. But for the most part, it all runs pretty much the same. You got the same straight rules, you know. In Ontario here, you'll walk into a unit and they'll have on the right hand side the rules that the inmates created, and it'll usually be like 10 rules or something. Just simple shit like when you first come in from court, make sure you shower before you use the phones or touch anything because of the outside grime. They figure like anything that comes in from outside is nasty, dirty, because like guys are such clean freaks. They'll be like clean the range spotless and be disinfecting everything every morning and night, and then dudes will be doing that in their cell, disinfect their cell. Like it's a whole thing. Cleanliness is a must. And so yeah, then there'll be rules like, oh, don't talk to the COs, don't ask the COs for nothing. Talk to your two servers if you need anything, type thing. Um, Obviously, like no whistling. You know, if you're new, don't touch the remote. You know, don't always ask to use the phone unless you go use the regular for there's three phones. There'll be one for like everybody, regular people on the unit that aren't in gangs, and then there'll be like a crip phone, and then there'll be a blood phone. So, and unless there's Hell's Angels there on the unit, then there'll be like a Hell's Angels phone, and then people are shit out of luck. And the three phones are locked off, and people just gotta ask to use them. 90% of the time, you just find out who is on the phone, and they'll say so and so, and you'd be like, I got next, and then you get next, and then that's how it works. And then you go after the person who you're after. That's how most shit works in there. You find out who's next in the shower, and say you want to have a shower, you find out who's next, and then you say, go up to that person and say, I'm after you. He might say, no, so and so's after me. So then you go up to him and say, are you the last person in the shower? Is anyone after you? And then they say, no, no one's after me. You say, okay, I'm after you. And that's how it works. It's for phones, showers. And if you see a phone hanging or with a sock on it, that obviously means someone's on it. 90% of the time, probably a gang member or somebody that's a gangster that's really tough. Most people won't leave the phone hanging down or put a sock on it because that could start beefs. You know what I mean? So 90% of the time, that would be a gang doing it. No dining hall food gets snatched from COs. Dudes be sleep on the floor by the toilet. Yeah, I know it's sad. It's fucking weird. I know, man. Fucking prison's not anywhere for anybody, man. Jail's not a place anyone wants to be. That's the bottom line here we're trying to get at. Anyone that's listening, and the main point here is you don't want to go there for any reason. Nowadays, there's cameras everywhere, okay? You don't want to go do crime. There's so many opportunities out in life nowadays. There's so many different ways to make money online. You don't even got to leave your house. So many opportunities out there to make money out in the world when you do leave your house because so many people don't want to work outside, they want to work online. So all the jobs outside are becoming available. Trust me, it's summertime now. You can find a job doing anything really. Construction job, anything. Just whatever you put your heart to it, just do it, you know, until you find something better. There'll always be something better. It's always a stepping stone to the next best thing. You know what I mean? If you have to do something just for a little bit, 2, 3 months, do it. Like I've worked at plastic factories before, you know, for a quick come up, you know, when I was back dealing back in the day, you get out of jail, you know what I mean? And you don't want to get your shit on front because you don't want to fucking have to owe all the time or whatever. Or maybe you do want to get it. It's up to you. But me personally, I would like to just go work, for 2 3 months, save up your money, and then or even maybe a month sometimes. I was crazy. I get 2 3 paychecks and then dip, take off, quit, go buy a big bag, try to triple my money. You know, that's how I used to live, bro. That's not a life to live, though. Um, it's better to do it the honest way because selling dope, you never get ahead. You always lose everything, and you'll never ever. You always end up getting caught in the end when you get big. Like, um, thank God I never ended up getting charged with any drugs in my life. But along with that lifestyle, the fucking violence comes along with it. I was always getting in trouble for bodily harm and assault with a weapon or assault cause bodily harm or you know breach of probation, breach of bail, shit like that. Stupid things, assault police, resist arrest, lie to the police about my name, shit like that. Obstruct justice, fucking escape custody from running away from the police in handcuffs before a couple times. This is stupid shit I did as a youth and a teenager and in my early 20s. And, bro, some of the shit I couldn't help, you know what I mean? People attack you or whatever, and you fight back, and you unfortunately take it too far and end up putting the person in the hospital. And then, the police are asking questions, and the person gives you up, you know what I mean? Fucking rats. They want your fucking paperwork, and then that's their whole life down the drain. Like, you want to be a tough guy your whole life and selling dope your whole life, and then just because you get beat up in the hospital, you're gonna fucking throw your whole name away, throw your whole fucking uh heart away, throw your whole fucking respect away, your whole legend away. To me, that never made sense. You feel me? To me, my name was worth too much, and my family would disown me and look down on me. Like, I come from a family of gangsters, bro. I come from a family of mobsters type shit. These guys are all gangsters, and this, my dad, my uncles, my older cousins, anyone in our family did shit like that, they would be disowned. So it's not just friends or this or that. It's my own fucking dad, my own family, my own people that I would be embarrassing. You know what I mean? So me growing up and me being a young man, I had to think about that. I had to think, I have to think I can't fucking do no stupid shit. Like, I gotta fucking be a man here. I gotta do what my father and all everybody else that came before me did. Sit there and do your time like a man. I never even ever had a Coey. That's how that's how I got down. Like, me personally, I never had Coeys. Um, when I would do when I would get in trouble, 90% of the time I would do it on my own. And if I did ever, anything with anybody, we would take the rap for each other. I would take the fucking whole rap for anybody in my crew. If we all got caught together, there's no point 2 3 of us going down for the same thing. One person should take the rap for it, and that's it. You know what I mean? 3 guys go down for the same thing because one person won't own up to it. That's fucking gay, bro. You don't have a solid crew. Uh, but yeah, and I'll never forget my homie, my little homie there. You know who you are, Scotia. Not this guy, Nova Scotia. I have a homie named Scotia, okay? From back in the day. He's part of LTF. He's part of LTF gang, okay? He took the fucking rap. He's a solid one. Shout out to Scotia, alright? Love you, Scotia, and your little brother. You guys are solid. And I did the same thing for my homies. You know what I mean? I did the same thing for my boys. So it goes around, comes around. But yeah, the cops will fucking sit there and tell you, oh, just tell us, is it this guy? They're showing him a picture of me or whatever. Oh, is it him? Just tell us it was him. If he was involved in it, we'll let you go. You know, you don't have a criminal record. You're just somebody that doesn't have a charge. You don't want to get charged. You don't have a criminal record. This will ruin your life. I told him, yo, you're gonna get fucking probation, bro. You're not even gonna get jail time. They're gonna give you fucking community service or something. Fucking probably get the charges thrown out. Who knows? It's your first charge. First charge, it's hard to. They don't usually give you jail time. You know what I mean? So anyway, solid, solid, solid. This was long time ago though. Past the statute of limitations. This is like when I was a teenager. Okay, coppers that are trying to listen. This is when I was a teenager. So put your fucking writing pad away. Anyway, um, I mean I've heard, but never. Shout out to Billy. We got a great new friend here from Nova Scotia. Maybe we can get an interview with you, Billy. Never know. Interview a dude from Canada. It seems like you got a lot of knowledge about the Nova Scotia lockup. Oh, for Gypsy Rose, everybody. Gypsy Rose, we will make a short. She's now going to be getting interviewed by Kim Kardashian. She's going to be going on Kim Kardashian's podcast, getting interviewed in the near future. So that's the Gypsy Rose news for this week. And then the 60 days in news for this week is they literally put the episode over to for the 4th of July because they figured the 4th of July would ruin the episode, no one would be home to watch it or something. I totally don't understand that because it comes on at like 8, then 10, then like 1 in the morning. People still would have watched it, but okay, so they put it over the 6th episode over till next week. So they missed this week's episode. Don't ask me. That's to me, I wouldn't have done that because people lose interest, right? You know what I mean? One sec. Okay. Oh, okay. We're gonna wrap it up, but we'll quickly speak on dry snitching. Okay. So, what is dry snitching when you're in jail? Okay. Dry snitching, okay, is when a couple of dudes go to the back and start trying to fight. Okay. Dudes are trying to fight, or they're in the cell fighting. Okay. I just want to check my note. I know what I'm going to say, but I just want to see what I wrote. Dry snitching in a fight by watching too much, crowding, looking, don't even turn your head. Yeah, that's what I wrote. That's my little note. Okay, so basically, even if you turn your head, that could be like to me personally, if someone's fighting right beside me and it's not in my direct parallel view, like if somebody's fighting, a fight breaks out on the unit and I'm playing cards like this and I'm looking forward, if the fight's in front of me forward, I'll watch because I'm already looking forward, okay? But if the fight's behind me, I'm not going to turn around and stop playing cards and look at the fight. Or if the fight's up in a cell, I'm not going to stare up at the cell. You know what I mean? That is considered dry snitching. So that's the lesson on dry snitching today. Even if you look over in that direction, too many people all at once looking in that direction could cause the COs to look at that direction, what's going on. That could be considered dry snitching in my eyes. Anyways, everybody wants to see it. Everybody wants entertainment. Everybody wants to know about it, right? There's certain times and place for that when the COs aren't around. And you'll know because everybody will be at the back and it'll be like a hidden thing or there's time and a place for shit, and 90% of the times the gangs will call the shots on that. Okay, so you just got to basically go along with the gang politics, and that's all I'm going to say. What are the gang politics at where you're from? Let me know. Come on this show. Let's get an interview down. Make me a beat. Let's link up and fucking make some music. All right, now that everybody's in here, we're going to play my song one more time on the way out that I'm working on. It's called Iced Out Twice. It's an album in the works. And this is just the chorus. This isn't the part where they start rapping. This is just the part that repeats as well. You guys know what a damn chorus is. What am I talking about? Let's hit it. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. Ain't wanna be locked up no more. Ain't wanna be inside my cell no more. Let me out of here. Let me out of here. I ain't wanna be locked up no more. I don't wanna be locked up no more. Don't wanna be inside no more. I gotta do better for my life. I must be a go-getter once or twice. I need money, golden leather. That's my wife. Iced out twice. You can only live life once. Yeah. You heard? And that's what we're working on. We'll see you in the next. Shout out to Billy from Nova Scotia. Shout out to Barry Wood. Salute, my friend. Shout out to Hot Sauce. Shout out to Endlessly. Shout out to all my viewers and subscribers. Love each and every one of you. LTF gang. Peace.